Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a video on how to select the right cloth menstrual pad for yourself. There are so many different brands that are available these days with so many sizes, different materials used, different lengths, different widths. So it leaves a new beginner very confused. So I'm going to quickly show you different varieties available and why or who should go for which one, because no one cloth pad is going to be perfect for everybody. I'll start with the biggest difference that comes is the two kinds of cloth pads. One is ready to use style, which is one piece, and all your absorbent layers are inside the pad, and the other is style with the extra inserts that are separate. So let's start with these. This is an Ogair pad, and you get that similar style in Shamota as well. So these have a holder which is separate, so you can, this is just a holder for the pad, so you place this on the underwear and the inserts come separately. So this insert goes in the holder and the holder goes on your panty. Now the advantage of this style is that you can open this and wash it and dry it. It is very quick and easy to dry, whereas the other style takes longer to dry. And also, when you are hanging this outdoors, nobody knows that it's your period pad. Even the holder itself does not look like a pad. So if you're someone who doesn't want to make it very obvious that you're using a cloth pad, or you want it to dry quicker depending on where you're living, some areas there's no sunlight at all, so you only get sunlight for a limited amount of time in the day, this style would be perfect for you. And same is this with Ogair. You can take out the insert and wash this separately, and open this up and wash it separately. Now the other style is all in one style, so all your absorbent layers are inside. You don't open it at all. This stays like this. You wash it like this and you dry it like this. Now the next thing you need to consider while buying a cloth pad is the length of the pad. So on Hygiene New we have a comparison chart. You can go through that, and it shows you which brand comes in which length. Now, how to select a long or a short pad? It firstly depends on how heavy your flow is. On your light flow days, a small pad and can work well for you. So, or a medium size pad can work well for you. Usually, panty liners, which is the smallest size available in all brands, is good for your totally last day when it's just spotting, or you can use it for daily discharge. Then you get medium size pads that are good for light flow days, and then you get longer pads for heavier flows. You get really long pads as well, like extra long pads as well. So you can see a comparison in different lengths available of pads. So this extra long is available in Soch, and then again it depends on the purpose. So for postpartum bleeding, or if you have any health issues and you have a very heavy bleeding, then you go for the large and the extra large pads. Otherwise, the medium size pads are good for your period flow. Another thing while considering the length is your body size as well. So if you are petite or an average size woman, and if you go for an extra large pad, then you might find it uncomfortable. It might bulk up in your underwear. So that is another thing that you should keep in mind. And if you're a plus size woman, and even if your flow is light, if you wear a really small panty liner, then it might just move around in your underwear and it might not be comfortable. So even if you're just spotting or you need it for discharge, you might want to go for a small size pad rather than a panty liner. And for postpartum bleeding, you can definitely go for the XL size pads. But if you're an average or petite size woman, even for postpartum bleeding, I would suggest stick to the large size pads, not the XL size pads. Third thing you should consider while picking up the pad is the width of the pad. Again, all this information is available. So when I talk about width, I'm talking about width once your snap buttons are closed. So when you close this width of the pad should match the width of your underwear as well. So depending on what style underwear you're wearing, make sure that you check that and you match that with the cloth pad, because if the cloth pad is wide and your underwear is very narrow, it's not going to stay on very well. It will keep moving. A lot of the times I hear that complaint from people that I was wearing the pad and it didn't stay where I had placed it, it moves forward or it moves backwards. That's because it's not matching the width of the underwear. So you have to consider these things. And another thing is, if you go for a wider pad, it takes care of heavier flow as well. Narrow pads tend to start leaking quicker as compared to a wider pad during your heavy flow. So these are the two major things you need to consider while picking up width of the pads. Narrow pads for lighter flow or narrow crotch of your underwear, and wider pads for heavy flow, they work better. So you can go for underwear with a wider crotch and use a wider pad if you are a heavy bleeder. Last thing you can consider while picking up a pad is the fabrics used. So it's a personal preference. Again, these days you get pads with 100% cotton, or you get them with the cotton mixed with polyester, or 100% polyester pads. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you go for polyester mixed pads or completely polyester or microfibers, then they tend to absorb more, like the same amount, same size of pad would, if it's in if it has a layer of microfiber in it, would absorb a lot more than the cotton pad. You also get microfiber pads with a layer of 100% cotton on top, so the skin is exposed to cotton only, and inside it has a microfiber layer which will absorb more. So you have to change your pad less often during heavy flows. Like a 100% cotton pad may get full in 2 hours, and a microfiber pad would take longer to get full, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 hours depending on your flow. I hope this video was helpful and you'll be able to pick up the right cloth pad for yourself. Thank you.